I am super excited about today's video. About 6 months ago, I did a video sharing my first impressions of the foundation and concealer by RMS Beauty. It was love at first sight. Now, if you want to check out that video, I'll put a link to that in the description bar below, and I will also put a card right here. So at the end of that video, I asked you guys if you wanted to see a follow-up video with more of their products, and the answer was yes. So that's what we're doing here today. This is a full face of RMS Beauty makeup, and I'm really glad you're here. Hi guys, welcome back. And if you're new to my channel and you enjoy what you're watching, I hope you'll subscribe. Join us here on YouTube and also hit that like button so others can find us here too. Okay, so here's the funny thing. So after using that foundation a few times, the one from that video, I came to the realization that I picked the wrong color. Now, the brand did send me those in PR. Thank you so much to RMS Beauty for that. But I was actually the one who selected the color. And this is proof that it doesn't always work out for me. So it was just a little bit too light. So when I decided to do this video with more of their products, I got in touch and I asked them to color match me. So there was this lovely lady called Becky, and I believe she does online consultations if you're interested. And she watched my video and then sent me a very long list of the products and the colors that I should use if I wanted to proceed. Now, RMS kindly sent me some of these products in the right colors, but I also bought more because I needed to round it out to make sure we had a full face. So we have quite a few items here. We have complexion products, we have blush, bronzer, luminizer, don't exactly know how to use that yet, as well as some eye and lip products. So I think that pretty much covers everything. So let's get started. When it comes to the condition of my skin right now, I did my full skincare routine, including SPF, quite a few hours ago, right? And ordinarily I like to apply makeup when I have some pretty moisturized, hydrated skin. So I'm actually going to apply a product right now just to give me that real bouncy skin. So this one is by, I don't have my glasses on. This one is by Glow Recipe. I think it's called the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Drops. And I like this because it's super bouncy, but it also gives a slight sheen to the skin, and it just moisturizes the heck out of my skin. So I'm using this first, which I would often do if it's been hours between my skincare and my makeup, which generally only happens when I'm filming, not when I'm going to work or anything else. Okay, so now my skin is nice and bouncy. And by the way, another product I use for this is by Glossier. It is their Future Dew. I use these two interchangeably. I have them both. I purchased them both myself, and I really like them. So now you can see that nice glowy skin. So we are going to go in with the foundation. This is called the Revolve Natural Finish Foundation. Now, this is in the color 33 because previously I had purchased 22. And that was just a bit too light. So what I found I was having to do was just apply a little bit of bronzer just to kind of warm it up. And she did say that I bought the wrong color. Oh well. So they say that this is a medium coverage natural finish, that it is both water and sweat resistant. And I can tell you, this lasts. It stays put longer than any other foundation I have. It does also contain squalene for hydration, as well as some aloe for soothing properties. And it has this little thing that pops up. I don't generally like to spray things on my hand, which I might do actually just so we can see it. It's not my favorite thing to do. So they do say you might have to pump it a few times. Now look, that is what one pump gets me, right? Not a huge amount, but I think it's going to be enough. So I'm using, this is actually my favorite foundation brush so far. This one is by IT Cosmetics. I think it's called the Luxe brush. And I am just, I forgot how much coverage this is. There's a lot of coverage, guys. You do not need a lot of this foundation. But the first time I put it on, I was like, oh, the coverage is pretty darn good. Look at that. Look at that. It's like you don't even see it. Now, generally, I can tell a coverage by the two markers. I have an age spot here, and I have one, which you can't actually see, right here. My goal is not generally to cover them up as such. My goal is to even out my skin tone, right? Because I have a bit of redness. Oh, the fringe is such a pain. I also don't worry about what happens too much under my fringe because you usually can't see it. I don't even think I need any more than that. Look how much I've used. I mean, it's barely even a dent, and it just looks like my skin. Now, it isn't as glowy as I would generally go for. It is definitely more of a satin finish, but you know what that means? It's going to stay put. The glowier the foundation, the least amount of wear time it has. And I've used this foundation. Look, I don't even need any more, guys. I don't actually need any more than that. Well, I'd probably do for camera, so I'm going to put a tiny bit more on. If you could see me in person, you'd go, stop, Mary, you don't need any more. But I do find that when I'm filming, I tend to go slightly heavier with my makeup. Look at that. I mean, come on. Gary, what do you think?
Lovely.
He's like, don't talk to me. I mean, look. So, you know, I'm going to take out, I'm going to take a little close-up mirror. Sorry, I'm covering you up. I'm going to go in and look really close to see there is nothing sticking in anywhere. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, I haven't used this foundation in a while because I had the wrong color and I was waiting to do this video, but now I am remembering how much I love it. That is absolutely gorgeous. And if I could have gotten less than a pump, that's a pump. And it's almost still left on my hand. You guys, and then the other thing is, this is refillable. I don't know how yet, but there's a cartridge in here. You can just, I assume, I don't want to break it. I need to read the instructions. I'm assuming you just screw it out and they give you a replacement cartridge and you put it back in. And I think that's genius. Well done to RMS. This is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. I have to take it off my hand because that's going to drive me a little bit bonkers. I just don't like the feel of makeup on my hand, which is why I would never make a good makeup artist. Well, that's not the only reason why. Okay, so next up is the concealer. It is called the Uncover Up. Now, this is also in the color 33. Now, I have to say, this is the best concealer I have. And I have a lot in this house. Now, they say it's a 3-in-1 concealer, that it conceals, it color corrects, and it also is a tinted moisturizer. And it's there to cover dark circles and blemishes and redness. Now, like I said, I bought that in shade 22, and funnily enough, I have worn it almost every day since I got it. It is so fantastic, but she said I had the wrong color. So here is number 33. Now, what I liked about 22, though, is it's actually quite brightening. When you put it on, it brightens up that whole area. I don't really have dark circles, so for me, I tend to use concealers just for that, just to give a bit of a brightening effect. So I think I'm going to use one on each eye to see which one we like better, just so that you can see the differences between them. This is the lighter one, and this is the darker one, the newer one. What is so fantastic about these is the feel of the product. It feels like skincare. And now it has tons of oils in here, which is so good for me because I need to that delicate. It is just super dry. It is super dehydrated. So it actually feels so good going on. It is incredibly lightweight. But I feel that it gives a good coverage. Now, I don't have big dark circles, so I can't really say how it's going to perform with that. But for me, it is divine. Okay. So I think I'm going to start with the lighter one, and I'm just going to put it here on this eye, right? And I just dab it. I do have concealer brushes, but I wouldn't tend to use it for something that is so solid, even though it doesn't feel solid when you touch it. You know, if I was using a liquid, then I would pat it on with my finger, and then I would use a brush. I mean, look at that. It's just all boing. I feel so awake. And I'm going to put some on the eyelids too, just as a kind of a primer. Sometimes I use the foundation to do it. Sometimes I use a primer, but I'm just going to use this concealer right now. So deeply hydrating too. Okay, guys. How does that look? I look awake. And that's it. I mean, it doesn't look like I have concealer on, right? This will not settle into the fine lines and wrinkles either. Trust me, I have them. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the color 33. And I wish you could feel this. I really wish you could feel it. Quite hydrating. Gosh, it just feels so good. I wish you could feel textures on YouTube. feel like it would make such a difference. Okay, so that is the 33. Just, I'm not sure, guys. You can definitely see the lightness on the lid, I feel. More so, even, than under the eyes. It feels dewier for some reason. Maybe that's just because it's a newer one. I don't know. If you can feel it, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Okay, so this is the darker one, and this is the lighter one. And I think they both look amazing. So that just means I have two concealers that I can use whenever I want. I'm not seeing a massive difference. There may be a little bit more lightness in here, but they both look dewy and fantastic, and I love it. Okay, what is next? Now we're starting to get into a territory that I'm a little less comfortable in. I mean, for the most part, foundation and concealer I use. Now we're going to start off, I have two products. I have a bronzer and I have a blush. Now I'm probably going to do the bronzer first. Is that what you're supposed to do? This is called the Redimension Hydra Bronzer, and it's in the color Malibu Muse. Now they say that this is a gel to powder bronzer, and it contains glycerin and squalene and jojoba oil, so it feels really good on the skin. They say it's a sugar-derived wet powder technology that combines a creamy texture with a long-lasting 3D finish. And I just think it's beautiful, and it looks like it's multi-dimensional. Now, I don't really know how to use bronzers, but I do know that I look better when I wear them. So we're gonna give it a try. I'm using a brush by Sculpted by Amy. This one is, I think, is called the Buffer Brush. This is an Irish brand that I really like. I'm gonna give this a try. So I'm just gonna tap it in, and I'm just gonna tap it in here a little bit, just to try to warm things up. I don't know if I'm using too much. I don't know if I'm using too little. I don't even know if I'm putting it in the right place. The idea with bronzer, if I'm not mistaken, is that you're supposed to put it where the sun would hit. Well, geez, it's not too heavily pigmented, which is great. So maybe I'm going to go in a little bit heavier with it. I have one by Jones Road. It is so pigmented that I've screwed up my makeup a few times because I'm not... Okay, this, I think we can probably do a little bit more. I'm not really seeing that. All right, well, it's going to really get in there now and see if maybe there's just not enough on it. Aha, now we're getting a little bit of payoff, I think, which I prefer. A bronzer that's really, really dense and that's really, really heavy absolutely freaks me out. So I kind of like the idea that this is a bit of lightness, and it kind of like that. Do you see the difference? I'm going to put some up here, although I don't even know why I bother. Nobody ever sees up there. That's the beauty of fringe. It can cover a lot of sins. But I can see a little bit of that. Can you see it? Maybe put some on the nose. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I might have overdone it, but I think I dig it. What do you think? I'm sure that RMS Beauty, if they ever see this video, are like, no, that's not how you apply it. Oh well, maybe I should go watch some videos. And if you have any tips, let me know. So next up is called the Redimension Hydra Powder Blush, and this is in the color Bohemian Girl. Now, I strangely enough got this in PR. I think I'm on a list now. Yay! And they sent it to me with this brush, which is so nice and fluffy, and I assume is going to be perfect with this. I think that this is gorgeous. Now, this is the same type of sugar-derived wet powder technology that they also have in the bronzer. So it's supposed to be creamy, not too powdery, which is kind of the worst thing for skin like mine. So it has the glycerin and the squalene and the jojoba oil and all that. But just look at the shimmer on that. It is so pretty. And I do tend to lean more towards the corally colors, which Miss Becky agreed is probably where I need to be. So I'm just going to give this a little bit of a dip and then just apply it. I've kind of changed where I'm applying my blush recently. I've always sort of done it here to lift it, but I'm kind of going higher on the apples now. I mean, why not? If you can't have a little bit of fun and experiment. I do think that's very pretty. And it kind of has a little bit of a sparkly situation without being metallic and too over the top. I think that's very pretty. I don't know how this is mixing with my bronzer, but whatever. I think it looks really pretty and it looks really fresh and it looks very springy because right now it is officially spring. Okay, so now I have a product that I absolutely have no idea what to do with. This is a quad of luminizers, and it has 4 different colors in it. It has a clear, a nude, a champagne fizz, and a champagne rose. And they are gorgeous. And I think I'm going to put them on top of what I have going on here right now. Of all of these, I'm really driven towards anything with the word champagne in it. Actually, champagne rosé. So I'm going to go with this color right here. Stick the, oh, it feels so nice and creamy. And let's put it on right here. And that is so pretty. And you know what? It is so incredibly moisturizing. I think I'm going to put some of that. Oh, you can see that shimmer there, can't you? Can you see that? Oh my gosh, that is so nice. I seem to notice it more on this side. I don't know why. It must be the lighting in here, but I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Loads of different colors to choose from. You know, you can just experiment. I'm going to put a little bit of this on my lips, since I bet that I don't have any lip stuff on. And in fact, I probably shouldn't have done that because I have some lip stuff coming up next. Well, shortly anyway. So next we're going to move on to the eyes. I got one eyeshadow. This is called Eyelights. So it's going to have a whole lot of shimmer to it. It is a cream, and I got it in the color Moon Dust, which is what they suggested. And frankly, it's the one that I would have chosen. Let me just put some on my hand so we can see it. And this is what it looks like. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, that is so pretty. Now, obviously, you do not need a lot of this. Nope. And it just gives that little sheen, which is what I love, even for a daytime. I don't wear a lot of eye makeup, but if I do, this is what I would be wearing. Now, I probably should have gotten a second color because I do like to put a little something in the crease as we get older. You need things to push back a little bit, but this, oh wow, it matches my top. I've just realized that. I picked the luminizer and the eyeshadow and the top that all go together. Like, that is gorgeous. That is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't even need a brush to put it on with, which I have. But I love when I can just use my fingers. Look at that. Stunning, 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 stunning. Just trying to blend it a little bit at the top, keeping a lot more color saturation on the lid. And when you put on a little bit of mascara, then you just get that tiny shimmer there. Gorgeous. Yep. Another winner. That is a winner. That's a winner. So next up is the eye pencil. This is called the Straight Line Kohl Eye Pencil, and I have it in the color bronze. And you know what I love, which was such a nice little surprise, is that it came with this teeny tiny little sharpener. It's just, oh, and it has, like, I think it's a little cleaner with it. Oh my gosh, I love it even more. Yeah, dead handy, guys. That is brilliant. So it has the color, it's a double-sided, it has the color on one side, and then it has a smudger on the other. I've never actually used a smudger. Now, what I have been doing lately is tight lining. It's just something I've started to do. Haven't figured out exactly how to do it without stabbing myself. It's really hard. It's easier when other people do it. Yeah, we're not going to do that because that's going to be too complicated. What I am going to do is just apply it so we can see it. I was always a black wearer, and I'm really not anymore. As I age, hello 53, thank you for getting harsh on your own, I prefer to move to browns. And this is a nice little shimmery number, so I like that even more. I like a bit of shimmer, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think we're too old for shimmer. In fact, I don't think we're too old for anything, so I don't really care about stuff like that. If I want to wear it, I wear it. Yeah. That's really nice. It's very soft. It's a very soft pencil. I imagine there are people out there who know makeup better than I and are probably yelling at the TV or yelling at the phone saying you're not supposed to do that, but look, sure. Yeah, that's really nice. It's really nice. It's not even. Don't care. Yeah, that's a beautiful color. I never would have bought this color. I would have thought it was going to be too light, but it's actually not. That's really pretty. I never do down here. Oh, I see I've gotten some stuff in my eyes. I don't know what that is. Oh, that must be, ha! I got some eyeshadow in my eye. Okay. Very sparkly. I might need to go back with a little bit of concealer in a minute, but that's okay. All right. Put a little bit down here too. I've heard that's what I'm supposed to do. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I don't need anything more. So next up is the mascara. It's called the Straight Up Volumizing Peptide Mascara. So ordinarily, for filming anyway, I would curl my lashes first. In a regular day, maybe not. So today we're not going to do it. Ooh, that is such a nice brush. Nice, fluffy, serious number. I love it. And we are going to try it without curling my lashes. Yeah, that's really nice. This might need a few coats, mind you. It's not super lengthening, but it's good at separating. You can hear the church bells. I live in Ireland. It's okay. Gary says, nope, we're closing those down. I'm up on the top floor and it's really hot now that summer is approaching, and it means we have to open up the skylight, which means you get all of the ambient noise along with it. Microphone tends to pick up a few things. Okay, that's 2 coats. Definitely delivered a bit more with 2 coats. Yeah? Okay, guys, we are nearing the end. Okay, last thing are the lips. I've removed my lip oil, so now I have completely dry lips with nothing on it. Now, my lips carry quite a bit of color anyway. And funnily enough, I think that this color, this is called the Go Nude Lip Pencil, and it's in Sunrise Nude. And it's funny because I think it actually looks pretty much like my lips. So we'll do a quick line. Started to use lip liner more in general because it just defines things. As we get older, we get the little, you know, the wrinkles are starting to come. And I also have one side thicker than the other. I had a car accident and my face hit the windscreen. It changed the shape of one side. So I kind of like to even them out a little. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing anything, does it? It's wild. And let's see, without lining them entirely, how well the lipstick does. This is called the Legendary Serum Lipstick in the color Melanie. It's not a color I would have chosen because it's so similar to what okay. Yeah, I don't think so. It feels really nice. I don't think so. I don't know. It's a bit orangey. I like a bit of orange. I mean, I like the corally side versus the pinky side, but is this too much? I don't know. It's funny. I liked everything up till now. Not that the formulation. It feels so good on my lips. I'm starting to think that RMS Beauty may be made for people like me who are slightly on the older side. I do not know, but everything feels good. Like feels nice on my face. Feels nice on my skin. This all feels really good. I don't know. I don't know about this color. What do you think about Melanie? Do we like Melanie? I really like to know your thoughts. It's kind of warming to me. I feel like as it starts to absorb into my lips, like it's becoming one with the lips, which makes it a little nicer. I'm not sure about the color. I would really like you to tell me whether or not I'm wearing this color again. I love my lip products and I have loads of them, and I'm getting more into color and I'm experimenting with color, particularly after I had my colors done, right? Like what colors work with my skin tone and my hair and stuff. What do you think? On the fence. So that is everything on the face. Now I just have to say, I love everything. absolutely everything. This foundation is going to be a go-to. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I'm going to be wearing this over and over and over again. And obviously the concealer, I've been doing that with anyway. But I love the sheen that I'm getting from these sort of dimensional products. The blush is beautiful. The luminizers are great. I might introduce a little bit more of that into my everyday too. So guys, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you like the RMS Beauty? I love it. As I said, I'm a huge fan, and I'd love to know if you've tried any of their products, and if so, which ones you've really liked or which ones you would like to try. The guys at RMS Beauty also gave me a discount code, so if you are looking to purchase, I will put those details here so you can check them out. So thank you so much to RMS Beauty for sending over these products, because the love is real. Thanks again for joining me today, guys, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye. My hair is very frizzy. Why's my hair so frizzy?